Okay, is this a controller support one? It is, perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right then. Okay, apparently I have played this for 32 minutes. So we'll delete that save and we'll start over. That's what we'll do. Just going to close and reopen that so I can definitely make sure it's got the right title. Well, it's got the right title, but it's showing the wrong game. Ah, thanks Twitch. Alright, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and in sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I am mad. It is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in all his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. Fishy. Actually, can I just use... You know, just because of how I'm used to playing games, I might just leave it to WASD. Ow. Gah! Just elbowed my desk. Right, where's that control plugged in? Right, we'll unplug that. Oh, any prompts we get should be mouse and keyboard prompts now. Christ, that hurt. Gross. Ultra gross. Okay, so it's a toggle. That's good. Did I click E? Press the light some items to interact with them. Okay, that's how we do that. Alright then. To the right was that door that I snuck past, wasn't it? Yeah.
What a putrid offering.
froze.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Do I have to run? I guess so.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
That guy could die.
I hate whiskey. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I used to be an avid reader.
You used to be.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Uh-huh. Do I have any points to put in there? No. Okay. I mean, I was expecting not to have any to put in there, but it's worthwhile checking just in case. To the 7th, 1918.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh. No, that's me. Okay. We put 4 in there. We'll put 4 in there. Why not? Why not?
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
I'll look at your
That's
picture.
all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
We'll have a look at the painting first, why not?
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater. There's a fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the Isle of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. If only it was,
So, Mr.
James.
Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Jim Hawkins.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must. You simply must.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island.
Actually no. I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking.
Natural sciences, linguistics, art. Darkwater is off the
There we
coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such native and primitive beliefs fool you into thinking how violent their gods were. The gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was the sea a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
This is book. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. Any other weird books scattered around? I guess not. Uh-huh. Let's get rid of these markers whilst we're here. Keep expecting it to just be like a press E and you can go, not press and hold. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. The only clue she left her father is a disturbing painting. As the only clue she left her father a disturbed painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Look at all them whale bones. Focus Home Interactive presents a game by Cyanide Studio.
We're almost there.
Didn't appreciate that scream on the right. Scylla. There I am.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
The old fishing hamlet. Not gonna lie, my dude, that water doesn't look too healthy. I wouldn't be fishing in there if I were you. Also, that's drifted out a bit, hasn't it?
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would...
Oh, look at all the little crabs
Don't
Floor.
put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
You're
Damn
crazy.
stupid idiots.
Get it? Nobody
Oh, the stranded whale. That's just a sign. Right to that.
Stick your noses around here again.
This isn't your home, you bunch of sand crabs. We go where we want.
Nothing
You
for you
bunch
here
of sand
either.
crabs.
Beat it.
You're already in trouble.
All right.
Come on, can't we sort this out?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
How do I put that away now I've accidentally got it out? Is it a button to put that away? Oh, okay, so it's gonna be bumped up like that. How's about we pop a point in the spot hidden? No, mouse scroll isn't doing anything. Ah, okay. It's a scroll wheel, but you've got to click it. Okay, can scroll wheel... Oh, no, scroll wheel doesn't even bring it out anymore. Just got to click the scroll wheel. Nice.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is?
See people
Warehouse
singing in the background.
36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our
Darkwater.
whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time. all the same.
Darkwater.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Make up your own mind. Be who you want to be. Unless it's something really weird.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not
We're
be
true
pros, but we
sirens.
give it all we've got. That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What is this song?
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Nice.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Stranger.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The chanty. Maybe shanty, I don't know. 21st of May, 1847. Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We'd given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. Locals immediately rushed to the dock to welcome their last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed to see the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging off the sides of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of the perilous catch, but also its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Max is putting up his warehouse for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special event at the Stranded Whale. Whoops. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Every person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
You have no right to treat us like this.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
He's got runes on his arm.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Got anything else to say? No. Oh, you do.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
That's what you just said.
Gifted with its own consciousness.
I'll leave now.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Yeah, stranger, let the woman drink. Ain't going that way.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Well, Miss Baker at bottom, always free for the lovely, for the lady. Right, let's go have a word with Fitzroy. Actually, beforehand, I should probably click on the clues and get all this stuff out of the way. Oh, actually, I should probably. Oh, does it work on that solely autosave? That could suck. Okay, I see, I see.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You can't afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. I'll get to you in a second. A
Fishing
mystery is afoot.
Could do with some rust remover.
That's a toilet, that's not a foot.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Nice. Okay, so we can't climb that ladder.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
Well, we'll get all those clues clicked on, so it stops having the little notification icon on it. Ooh, medicine's almost leveled up.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Sure. Not gonna lie, when I looked over here and saw that, I thought there was someone laying on the table. All the way back over here. Like, they're missing their head.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a particular... Oh, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want to keep this hidden?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Well, for starters, your documents
Your
are
manifests have
unreadable.
been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Maybe.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Oh, crikey.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I already did, thanks.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths?
Welcome back,
Trenches
Spence.
that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of
Darkwater
the
Harbor.
stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Can't but notice that the camera pointed like over here.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
I probably
Understood.
could. I don't know what a
You
jetty
know
is.
who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Sure thing, my dude. Nice. Ah, so I can go that way now. Cool.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take
Oh,
my
that's
leave.
good. That's good then. I'll go check in there in a sec. I just want to know if there's anything that I missed because it wasn't lit well enough. Oh yeah, search both drawers, didn't I? Pet me. Right then. Although it's just like a hand pointing directly towards the island there.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Sure, why not? I'm pretty sure the asylum dude was complaining about something.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high.
Oh, I didn't realise
It's
he's
a
got a
book,
lot of writing
after
on his
all.
other arm as well.
Pure knowledge.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
Oh, thanks for the sub,
Fitzroy
Spence.
can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
Alright, alright.
You have no right to treat us like this.
Right, well, there's a ladder there.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
A real fossil, not a fake one.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. A handle. It must come from these old winches.
See, I'm not sure if it's wanting me to look at, like, something in particular with it coming up with this.
This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
Or if that's just the, hey, did you know there's hidden items kind of tutorial? 'Cause it could be either.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Can I interact with it now? No, there's still a missing item, okay. Of course there's another missing item, because it'll need something to, No? No, I'm going mad. There is something missing, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. This is where my lack of observation skills kind of gets the better of me. Ah,
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
huh. But does that have any other interactions? Oh dear, I think that's run out. Oh no, there is. Guess he might have just burnt his hand with it. Like, ooh, it's got too warm. Ow.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your
I had
turf?
no idea.
That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I haven't
I'm no
even got
idiot,
there yet.
detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
So, is your name Cat?
You're a
What of
cat,
it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Very animated.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Alright then.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming.
At least
If I
we
want to
didn't
get into this
stabbed.
warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
That's nice, not getting stabbed. It really is. Like, when picking like which emote we're gonna have for the tier 1, I was just like, you know what, I die a lot in games. It's probably best to have the rip emote for the tier 1. It just works so well.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Oh, it says it down there. Huh. Investigation, eh?
There.
Don't mind me, just looking in a...
Hello, old friend.
Fair enough. I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna end up with someone coming over just like, "Oi, you stole my bottle, you did." I'm like, it's a part of my investigation. Yeah, that's it. Ha ha ha. Like, right, I'm telling the cat on you. It's like, no.
Shysters, you're crazy. They're cops. They can't.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand.
What could have done so much?
Oh.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters!
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
Don't put that beast back in the water. You crazy.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Do nothing.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
Fair enough.
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Shall we drink?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers.
I think so too,
Their
Amy. I think so
territory.
too.
From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway.
Don't float. Get a
They're
new
more
boat.
scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Come on, you could tell me.
No, if it gets...
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Boy, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet.
I think I should probably walk away. I might have screwed that over.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know
related
more
my
about the
case.
Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The
Gonna
only
go
one
all
left
through the
there
round up
is
there.
old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give
It's a
you much
stiletto,
chance
you
anyway.
idiot. Hey there, fellow kids.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
It's not something you laugh after. It's
So,
really
who are
not
you?
something you laugh at.
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
What are you guarding, exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
Listen, bonehead. I don't have a high enough eloquence skill, so
I bid
think
you,
I'll just,
gentlemen, farewell.
I'll just walk away from them. There's no quick way that way, okay.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters.
Don't put that beast back in the water. You're crazy. Will you talk to me now?
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
like a left-sided smile.
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
You see, I can tell why they've done it, because, like, you don't just want someone just, like, sat there static. But she's very animated when she's just sat there.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They
Don't
can't
put that beast back in the water.
Damn
You're
stupid
crazy.
idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
Sure thing, my dude.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Yeah, I think
Don't overdo it.
I think I can go by myself now.
In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Sounds good.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Ah, my eyes.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like... It smells as bad as it looks.
It looks
Can't
as bad
sleep.
as it smells.
I know how that feels.
Le Petit Parisien.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Hold up a second. Ah, I didn't get that one.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Me eyes! Ah! I'm assuming that'll probably be fine for a bit, but I got to go pee. Let's be back shortly.